welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm late, but thank you for coming in. Thank you for tuning in today. It's another special day. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. It's another day. Thank you. It's another day. It's very cold today. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Isn't been easy today. Our topic is she prefers AIDS than cancer. You know, there are some diseases that... Hi Lester, welcome. Today's topic is very hot. It's very sad topic today. I have a very close friend, a close relative. Thank you, thumb number one. Thank you for coming. AIDS is better than cancer. That's what one of my relatives chooses, because good morning. She prefer good morning, Lester. Good morning. Thank you for coming for support. Thank you. Life is very fun. You know, myself, some years back, I was dealing with people with AIDS, acquired infectious diseases syndrome. It was very bad. Thank you. I will like it. Thank you. Just share it there. Your upcoming premier. Thank you. Today we're just having a debate. The whole debate caused stress about one of our sisters and a friend. She's in pain, and she was in pain till she passed on. Do you know, to an extent, somebody can become sick that she cannot handle till you prefer another sickness than AIDS. So I'm bringing this because also human beings are born with different kinds of characters as sicknesses. If you ever, if you at all you will ever come across somebody who is cancerous, for sure you can feel for this sister of mine, and you say that truly if she preferred that kind of sickness, AIDS, then she has been in a situation that is difficult to help. It's really sad sometimes. For one, she was being supported by maybe government, but government cannot tell all responsibility. Kenyan government responsibility, because cancer is very expensive. Most of cancer, if you're coming from a poor background, it's very difficult to deal with cancer. So you find that mostly patients with cancer, they always give up. They just I don't know, cancer is a gene. Cancer is it's a contagious, or cancer is Cancer is something that is come, like, I don't know, it is in blood. Like most of my family have lost their lives out of cancer. Cancer is a very expensive disease that if at all you are not able, you are not stable, or you are not coming from a family that cannot support each other during this sickness, you be ready to lose a patient as early as. I remember very well this cousin, this relative, or this sister of mine. She used to cry. She was not crying for pain, but she was crying for the people supporting her. She could just go and cry and say, "Oh Lord, why can't you just exchange this disease with maybe AIDS, exchange this disease maybe with other kind of sicknesses that is bearable, that you can afford. With AIDS, you can acquire the meds in the public hospital for free than buying them. It's a free thing that you just get for every month. But with AIDS, a tablet like this used to go like 20K. That's 20 shillings. That's roughly and you have to take one tablet. So this is the time that this sister was in pain till she was just begging Lord to take his own life. A pain that you feel somebody should just have to go and rest with the Lord. If at all there's resting in heaven, you just have to pray for someone to go and rest. A pain that you become a child, the pain that you feel that you cannot behold, the pain that you feel even inside your brain. It's a traumatizing pain that you say that if truly this Lord can come and take me away, Lord can rather take me and let me be with my life. You can't just sit down and it's very funny. I also what people prefer with AIDS. AIDS of late, it's not curable, but it's prevent. You can prevent if you want, or you can survive with it, provided you're taking all your meds accordingly. You follow the instruction and the rules of the meds. You can survive with HIV. If you're positive, it's highly to survive. It is not expensive. It's easy if you can maintain, go and get your meds in the right time. Good evening, Kingsley. Today is a topic that connects with your friends anyway, but I'm talking about how this disease, cancer, is very, very painful to our family. Cancer is coming to a family that is very, very useless. I don't know which term to use. A family that cannot afford, a family that cannot even get just a daily bread. This family suffer from cancer. I'm bringing this because of this life where my cousin or a sister or a friend went through. With HIV, it's very simple to control. It's not like before. If you've been in a field of dealing, like me, I've been a field dealing with people with HIV AIDS. HIV is easy, you can control by just taking your meds daily. Unless you don't accept HIV in your brain that you are affected, you need to, the first thing with HIV, you have to accept it, that you got it. Then it's easy for you to push life and it's easy you to survive and you can die over another disease apart from the AIDS. It doesn't kill. Unless you stop taking your medication, then the heat of HIV comes back and hit you to the strongest that it will weaken you. That's if you stop taking the ARVs. It's very painful that you can just you can survive with it, but because of ignorance, most people die out of AIDS because of ignorance. If you die, not because you wish, because you don't want to take meds, because you don't want to accept. First thing, just accept and avoid ignorance. Just accept you are HIV positive. If you're HIV positive, you accept the first thing, then the deal is done. If you're HIV and you are ready to survive, eat a balanced diet. Try to balance your diet, even if you know very well you cannot afford so much expensive healthy food. Just try to balance your diet for HIV/AIDS, and you take proper medication. Follow instructions of medication. But if you fear taking medication, my sister, my brother, HIV will kill, HIV will destroy. HIV is something that is not that serious like cancer. HIV has spoiled most of the family. It is like in the blood of the family. You find the parents died of HIV, the children died of HIV. You find most relatives are dying because of HIV. So this sister was very in a situation that she could take it. She said that if a person can survive, no, it doesn't have cure. You can't cure. There's no cure. I've been into that field, my friend. But you can survive 100 years, provided you are in a proper medication without failing, and provide that you're eating a proper balanced diet. My friend, you are good to go. You will die out of any other disease apart from this AIDS. Provided you are healthy, you eat well, and the main thing, the main key, you have to accept that you are affected. If you take proper medication with HIV and you meet with a person which is not an HIV positive, I'm telling you, it's easy for that person not to be affected. That is HIV. Hi, travel guide. Welcome, Acharya. Welcome. Hey, just connect with anyone that you haven't connected with. Just connect. So this cousin of mine, this relative of mine, he died because of negligence. AIDS kills you because AIDS can destroy your life because of your negligence. You don't want to accept it for the first point. You don't want even to hear the name of it. You don't want to take medication because you assume you don't have it, and the test has really approved. It's not easy to convince somebody for the first time with HIV, but provided the person accepted, it's good to go. The person will survive. It's a free medication. You just go to clinic or whichever center you're picking your meds, then you take them. You can decide that you just need to take them even in public. You don't need to hide. It's normal. With AIDS nowadays, it's normal. Everybody can get affected and everybody accepted. This is a disease that it's affecting everybody in this country or in every world. If you don't want to be affected, then You have to be okay. Thank you, Kingsley. You have to wear protective before you do any other necessary things to prevent this HIV. Before even you go with somebody, kindly, it's possible for this person to get tested first. Not first time, not second time, not third time. Don't get tested for the first time and you accept that you're clean. You prove yourself that you're not HIV or you are not affected by AIDS. Go for the first time, second, and third. If you like, you can go into different types of clinics with different people. Then that's the point. You must have your mind that you're not affected with HIV. So I'm bringing this because I'm telling you how AIDS is very easy to control. It's not like before. Those 80s, those 90s, where people, we didn't have these jabs. We didn't have this kind of meds, RVs. We didn't have them, but now there are plenty in our clinics. It's upon you to go and book and have a time to pick them, right? So, and sometimes it's good to do exercise when you have HIV and make good use of yourself. Don't always. You can, provide you're in a balanced diet and you're eating a proper food like I said before, and you take your medication without missing, and you follow those instructions with your exercise. And again, you don't enjoy too much conjugal right. You know that. Today I was not to come live because my eyes, but I've decided to come. So with HIV, it's easy to control. It's not like before. Only if you're coming, so many people are dying out of AIDS because for one, you take your meds, but you're not eating properly. You take your meds, you are not eating properly. Thus, you are going to develop, you are becoming malnutritious, you are not eating well, you look unhealthy. How do you expect to survive with HIV? How do you expect? How do you expect? With cancer, whether you are rich or you're poor, this thing is very expensive. Even the rich can try until they say, oh, it's becoming so difficult. And with the poor, also, you say, this is so difficult. So you find that, like, that's a relative of mine. She chose AIDS because she could have taken meds. She could have eaten healthy food. She could have been in a position that she could take away and control it. But with AIDS, for one, the expensive. Hey, my line duty is about cancer. So I have lost some. One is sick. One, my granny died out of it. The cancer. Cancer is not a joke, my friend. Cancer need proper financial support. And you just know our government hospital, how it works. They don't support it fully with the cancer patients. That's why she preferred AIDS. She could have been going and grabbing free medicine than going and picking. With cancers, you have to buy your own medicine from your own pocket. And we used even the cards. The cards were like, you use until your cards, the cover card, you run out of your cash. So you have to treat yourself out of your pocket when you're affected with cancer. So once you are affected with cancer, just count yourself that either family is going to come across to contribute, and friends and relatives. So it's making life very difficult. Some will chip in for support. So you find your counselors, you don't have full support because of financial. Then this, you're going to be stressful, you're going to be traumatized. So all those plus, and your counselors, and plus too much pain, it's not easy to survive. So this, you find that a patient may prefer, I wish I had such kind of this kind of disease. It is easy, it's manageable. I could have just taken my medication, I could have just done this and that so that I can survive with cancer. Because I've dealt with AIDS patients. At the same time, I've dealt with cancerous relatives, so I know how it takes. So this cancer, if at all we don't have uh, let's say like the centers for AIDS, the proper with the, you can have it, but the machines in there are not worth it. So that's why you find that most people, mostly in poor people, they cannot afford it. The medicine itself, it's very, very expensive. One tablet is always 20,000 or 8,000 or 10,000 shillings, like before you convert into any other. But it's just upon you. You go to the centers everywhere in government, or maybe some small health centers. They're there. You just book and go and pick it. It's upon you to take them. If you don't want to take these tablets for HIV, AIDS, then you are doomed. But again, if you take them and you don't eat properly, then again you are doomed. You have to take them, but they need proper eating and a balanced diet, as I said before. If you don't, then that's it. With the cancerous, even if you eat proper food, this thing is draining. This thing is paining. This thing can make a person behave like not even a child. I don't even know how to describe the patient with the cancer. It's a pain that make you go crazy. It's a pain that make you like, you feel the world is not there again for you. They will conclude, my relatives conclude, I would rather have this HIV because it's curable. But again, there's thing related with this cancer and HIV. You find most AIDS people or HIV people, most of them, they always have affected by cancers. I think because the hormones are down, you're not eating well, then there's so many things in your body, so it turns to cancer. Just have a look around, you find most people with cancer, most of them sometimes being affected with how do you say, they always become cancerous patients. There's also one thing that I want to tell you that you have to know. A person with HIV can be like, you avoid medication. You don't want to take medication and you don't want to eat properly. Remember, two things involved. You are not eating properly and you're not taking medication. Not you can't afford medication. Medication for HIV is free, but you just decided you don't want to take. You are assuming you are not affected. You don't want to accept you're affected and you are living normal life. So one day you'll be just healthy, but one day this thing will hit you. This thing will hit you proper. When it hits you, this that you find, you go to government also, the first thing they will ask you, did you take your medications before? If yes, it's fine. But if no, why not? And if you started and the worst thing that in the government also, they will not even handle you when you have HIV is if you have taken, if you're affected with the HIV and you started a medication, then you stop, then they will not mind even if you're bedridden, if you're what they say, this somebody's joking with his oral life. How can we consider somebody is playing with his oral life? So they will even not mind it all to support you. So the best thing, if you're affected like with this thing, you don't eat properly, you don't take your medication properly, there's one thing, two things involved. You're going to become sick, and not just sickness. My friend, you're going to become sick. Sick to an extent you will find your bones are painful. You may think maybe you are bewitched, or something happened with your bones. The bones will become very, very weak and painful. You cannot even sit upright. I'm telling you this, if you've been in this field of HIV and AIDS, it's true that if you're affected with HIV, Alan, the home foodies, welcome, my sweetie. Oh, welcome, my darling. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for support, my sweetie. Thank you, thank you. I'm just talking about the AIDS and cancer is how affecting us, my friend. Alan, the homies, welcome. I'm happy to see you. So you find that a person affected with HIV or AIDS, there is this thing, the bones will become very weak. The bones will be, the joints, the bones and everything. So you may think that something has there's a sickness in your bones. Yet there's no sickness in your bone. It's you that you are affected the longest time and you've been staying years and years without taking medication, without going to clinics for HIV, because your mind tells you that truly you are not affected. Yet you are affected and you've been tested positive, but you decided to avoid that you are tested and affected. So the main thing, oh, sorry, Alan. Sorry, I didn't know that you've lost your parents. Sorry about that. I know the pain of losing parents. I have lost my mom, so I know how it contains losing. I'm very sorry, Alan. Sorry, Alan. Sorry. Sorry, my friend. Sorry. It's so sorry. It's fine. It's very, very bad. I've lost my friend under unclear. I've lost my mom once 2015 under unclear circumstances. I was traumatized for years and years. Even now, I'm still not a 50-50%, but all in all, I'm surviving. Nothing I can do, but it hurts a lot. Alan, I'm sorry and I'm sorry. So you find that the bones are very weak. The bones of HIV person who doesn't want to take medicine, drugs, the real drugs for HIV and AIDS. For one, you will even not walk. There's a point that you will not walk, and there will be wounds everywhere. You see, there's wound maybe in the elbow, wound everywhere. So those wounds, they will become like maybe one will grow big. The wounds are everywhere. So you find that is not easy. So this is when you will realize you'll be taken to hospital. One thing, they will test your TB, the tuberculosis. There is worst thing in HIV AIDS, that is tuberculosis of the bones. My friend, it's painful. If you let your HIV to that stage, your life is 50-50. For one, some doctors will not go straight to support you. They will be dodgy because it is on your own negligence. So, but if you become straight with this one, they will support you in HIV. So if you have a TB in this, the hormones has been dead, the hormones are very weak when you're affected with HIV. So what they will do for you, if at all you've not started the medication, they will put you in your drugs for HIV. So once you've started taking your drugs, you will find your life will start changing and you eat proper. Within even no months, the pain is gone. Your health starts to how do you say? Your health starts like to become like the real life in you. Somebody can just tell there's real life. So I don't wish everybody with HIV should just let it to that stage. If you are easy to take your meds, then you find that people with HIV sometimes They are being hit with the meningitis. Once meningitis will hit you, they always, I don't know, they will start working with your brain. Meningitis always affect, it is a meningitis that will hit your back of your bone here, from before, how do you call, before your spinal, just here. Then you'll be rushed to hospital if you're HIV. If it is not controlled, then that is the end of it. So with HIV, it's easy to control when you are ready for your meds and also avoid all this. So with HIV also, you can you can have so many wounds in you. These wounds means that also your hormones are being affected, and you are not eating proper balanced diet, you're not straight with your medication. Hmm? Your CD4 is very down. So it's either high to control you yourself with HIV, how you want it to be. It's very simple and easy to have life with HIV than cancer. Cancer wants it, also like my cousins and this cousin of mine. If you're hit with the cancer, if it is heated, however, okay, leave alone this cousin. There's one cousin of mine died with the cancer. For one, she had a breast cancer. This breast cancer, she was just okay. Then there's a lump. It was taken out. Then to her, that's her stable life was at least better. So we could afford, or she could afford the side of to be maintained, like to be nice and removed. Then after some years, one side of breast was also affected, and it was also removed. So remember, this cousin of mine, she didn't have breast. Both breasts were removed. Another breast was just removed after some years. But a real doctor says that this cancer, it's very important. It's not really good with the health. That you can say that you're a cancer survivor. Yes, few survive, but majority, they'll say you'll survive, but you will not survive. They will the sense, how do you call, the cells, like one breast was cut and another breast was cast. So that son of mine was affected with the brain cancer again. Remember, one of your breasts has been cut off and another breast also has been cut off. Remember all this, you did chemo, all those stuff. How much is that? How expensive is that? The cancer life is very expensive than compared with AIDS. AIDS only become expensive when you don't want to take good of yourself, that you don't want to take medication. But with cancer, you can afford to take medication, and the cancer patient, they always wish to take medication. But the only thing failing the cancer patient, the cancer life is very expensive with everything. This is where people will contribute until they will say no, we've done enough. So this cancer, after this breast, then the other breast, it went to brain. Thank you, Italy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Italy. So the cancers, they find that they can't help you. Thank you, Christine. Thank you for just coming. Thank you. So you find that the cancer patients, they're very funny. They can't. It's not easy to deal with the cancer patients. For first, even if there's food, they are not ready to eat. But the medication part of it, it's always disaster. This is where the government, it will not come through, because it is expensive and you have to use your pocket to save your life. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. So you find that yourself, people will contribute, but because of lack, that people are not, the fingers are not the same, you find the cancer patient will just lose hope. So this cancer have to lose hope. She choose like, I rather had any other disease than this cancer. I could have had even AIDS. I could have of anything that I could control. Not knowing also there are people with AIDS that are not easy to control. As I was working with people with AIDS, I know how it contains. Also, the AIDS people are also crying the other side that they wish they had other diseases apart from AIDS. But I want to assure you that AIDS is just a mindset. You can control it. You can stay for long, as I say. You can stay for long with the cancer, with the AIDS, if you are affected in any other way, unless you don't want to be straight with your medication. But cancer patients, my line is on cancer. So when something is on my body, I always check so quick so that I cannot be affected. But here, life is they are very keen on this kind of cancer, especially even the cancer centers. They come in, these charities, blah, but back home, even the hospital itself, the machines itself, I'm telling you, it's difficult. Unless you have money to be transferred to, maybe airlifted to another country that's well equipped, of which majority cannot afford because of the um, background. You can't afford, if you cannot afford even to afford put your daily bread on the table, how can you afford the cancer? So that's why sometimes we call upon the government to look this area in back in Kenya, to look this area very well for cancerers. Hi, Christine. To look this area for cancerers. If they can set it that medication, there's medication that at least you can be taking. I know there's many supplements for these drugs for cancer, but at least there's some category they can say that this you can also have for free. It's under government, not our pockets. So we could have been surviving. It could be easy to take care of cancer, but all in all, cancer is still painful. The pain in cancer, it's bearable. I've seen so many my relatives with cancer, so many. So it is in blood. So sometimes that's why you say that that relative of mine, my sister, they say, I'd rather die. I'd rather die with I'd rather go and rest. I'd rather have peace of mind because of this AIDS or cancer. The two diseases is like we say friends. So I don't know which kind of friend are you. If you are a friend of cancer or you're a friend of AIDS, I don't know. It's good to be friends. That it's easy to control and easy to be controlled. Not just a friend that is there like want to affect people's life. The friends that are there to bring people down. The friends that are surrounding you with fake kind of life. This monster like cancer. But the friends that you can control and the friends that are easy to control as like HIV, AIDS. So it's upon us. Life has really changed, that most people in the village are still not understanding these things, the HIV and the AIDS so well. And now HIV also, even nowadays, it's easy. Even if you're HIV, you can get pregnant and you can deliver a baby, and you can have a family. You can become disconduct. Disconduct is just one when you and your partner, one of you is affected, the other one is not affected. So you find that if you're in disconduct, you can have a baby, but there's time you can breastfeed your baby to some months, not full year. Like they will tell you now, you can stop, and you can stay for long without affecting each other. One is affected, one is not affected, disconduct, and you continue with your life very well. HIV, if you accept and the partner also accept being together. But don't let your CD4 go down because of your negligence. If you let your CD4 go down because of your negligence, then you are going to become very difficult to help even in the public hospital. Public hospital, if you have HIV and you let your CD4 go down because of negligence, because you don't want to take your meds, I'm telling you, the way they will deal you in the hospital is not easy. Government hospital, may God bless government hospital. They will tell you if they are people who affected you, and they will tell you what do you want them to do for you. If yourself you cannot control yourself, if yourself you cannot help yourself, what do you expect for you from you to, if yourself you cannot take your meds? Imagine, they will just neglect you. Tally with your real one. Thank you. Thanks. You're very supportive. Thanks. Thank you. So it's very easy. It's high time that. Thank you. I can see you're still here. Thank you for cheering me up. And learn how to control with people with HIV/AIDS. It's controllable. I've worked in that field. I know how it works. And those who have HIV, most of them. Thank you. I was about to, but thank you. You've done well. I more appreciate. One day, we shall sit down and say, these monsters, the two monsters rotating around our country, AIDS and cancer, it can be something very silly in our life. So let's not fear to accept that enyewe we are being caught by HIV/AIDS. So what should we do? It's easy now that even people walk to schools, people walk to colleges, people walk to villages, any community, people walk in any, let me say, barazas, people walk to spread this news of AIDS. No, those who are growing by like 80s, 90s later, they didn't choose to spread these rumors much about HIV/AIDS. And even those who were affected by then, by those days, I remember I used to have one aunt with HIV/AIDS. I'm sorry to say that she was like a chicken rained on, because these days there was no HIV/AIDS. So this time, also the science of HIV of then is different with now, because now you are taking your medication. By then, this aunt of mine used to cough. The body was like with rashes. She was like thin. She was like malnutrition, but she was just well off those days, those 90s. So I'm saying if she could have been to this stage where we have HIV, where we have RVs, she could be still on and alive and surviving because of having good time with medication. I used to go to field and tell people, if you're affected with HIV and you've been taken like a HIV center for guidance and counseling, because this always before that also cancer, how do you say, counseling people, they always have a friendly talk, like for them to bring you on board to accept this thing. Some will accept, some are very difficult to convince when affected with HIV. So you'll go friendly talk, you knock door to door. Sometimes it's just walking door to door. When you are out of the field, you sit them, you talk to them, then you tell them, I'm here because of HIV, blah, blah, blah. And have you ever tested with blah, blah, blah? Last, when did you were tested with HIV? Have you ever thought of that you can be affected? What if you are affected now? What was going to be? How are you going to take it? Those are the questions that we may. Hello. Welcome, Mike. Welcome. Those are the kind of the stories that we ask in the field of HIV/AIDS. That if you go to field, you have to sit somebody down there. Just bring this person on board. You read the mood file first before you start the question. But ask the counselors, you just read the mood. You just see and tell this person she's guilty. Hey, How many do we have? How many? How many? It's okay. I understand. I have one. You got four. It's all right. So you find that you go to field. If you go to field, you just have to friend talk them. These people with HIV. If you friend talk them, then you test them. If they accept, some will not accept, but you keep on going till they accept. If they accept, there's one thing. For one, after accepting, she or he will deny. And number two, the one who is affected, sometimes she will accept it, that she is affected or is affected. Hi Sarah, hi Alifra, welcome to my channel, welcome sweetie darling. I've seen you, welcome. Just mingle with my friend, chat. I know you're my friend, you might be his friend too. Nice, thank you Farah, checking. thank you, welcome. Welcome. So if you go to field, you're trying to HIV, 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 you bring them on board. They will all say that, oh, you've helped me. But it's difficult for some people to accept after even testing. You go first, you test the person is HIV positive. You go second, the person is HIV. The person will still on denial. Then you go the third time, the person is HIV. Then he will still deny. Then later on, he will decide to go somewhere. Then he will say, truly, I'm HIV. Still, he will not accept that he's HIV positive. So you find that if I'm not HIV positive, why are the person saying they're testing him HIV positive? So late, you will be heated with like serious sickness. You will go to hospital. This is a point you will go to hospital. You will be asked. Sometimes it is always in the system. Have you been tested positive? When last did you tested positive? Do you think you can be HIV positive? Then you will say yes or no. If you say yes and you knew it, they will ignore you. They will treat you in a way that you will not like it, because this is negligence. This is yourself. You ignore your body. You ignore yourself. So what can it happen? Hello, Fred Kim. Hello, welcome. What can happen if yourself is affected with HIV/AIDS? They will say first thing, you neglected it. Ask doctors or nurses, what do you want us to do? Utali. How many? Game over. Game. So you will find yourself, why? What has happened? What has really happened? That you find most people, they're not ready to accept this kind of life. You find most people will just say, no, it is not me. After doctors have neglected you, that is when you really feel the pain of it. You will start to go to drawing board to look how you can get these meds. When you get meds, fine. You have to start taking them and pick the life where you stop it. The easy way of AIDS. But the cancer has even special people to treat you. It's not that any nurse, any doctor can just jump on you. Provide the protocol, you take the person to the hospital, So every nurse that is coming, the doctor keep on check, provided nurse, the nurse will come and check which medication to be given. That's how could be. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. For with this HIV/AIDS. Gossip, gossip, gossip. Let's gossip together. Welcome. Let's gossip together. I'm gossiping about people with HIV/AIDS. Thumbs up gossip. So you find that you ignore, but the person who have welcome, the person who comes immediately and accept that he's affected with HIV/AIDS, it's easy to deal with. The first thing, you will be given guidance and lines how you should be going through this thing. The first thing, they will take your name, they will put your name down, they will put you in system, they will ask you where you want to take your meds, and before they leave, they will make sure they have given you your meds. So every month, if you're affected with HIV, your work is just to walk to the center where you booked, where you are booked, where you choose yourself, where you are testified, where you are tested. You choose your meds. If you choose your meds, RAVs, we used to say to people like in the field, they are just like sweet. You just, that's life, easy life. The people who have accepted, even some people were in the field with it, so they will just, it's like just a snack, because the meds are also cheap to get in the fridge. But with the cancer, it can't be a snack. It's very expensive, and even taking it can be very expensive. So it can't be a snack. Cancer patients suffer a lot. Cancer patients, they're always in pain. Even when it comes to take medication, the pain of getting medication is expensive. The pain of taking that medication is a problem. The pain of getting that medication, when are you going to get this medication? Hi, Sarah. Welcome. Welcome, Sarah. Sarah, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. So you find it's not easy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Sarah, for finding me on live. I'm just trying to talk about something about HIV, that if you have affected, or somebody, you know, somebody who's affected, as me, I was a counselor of HIV positive, and some people could annoy, could stop going for HIV tested because out of fear, or out of maybe some peer, they just have a group that they can't do this thing. Sarah, thank you for coming. I always go live very late because of circumstances. I can't go live as early, so it's I will start to try to come early for my live. It's very late. I know it's very late, even back where you are. It's very late. You don't sleep, Sarah, at this time. Hey, you're at work. So it's good for us sometimes just to try to accept the bitter life we are in today. You've got HIV, you don't want to take meds, you don't want to eat properly. It's difficult to help you when you come to hospital. You have to change before you go to hospital. Because even before we come to you as a give you guidance and counseling, we have to tell you this and this is going to happen with your life after accepting or before accepting. Even if you deny, you have to take it. Cancer patient is also difficult to tell. That's the now more serious, to tell a patient that is cancerous. Yourself who is giving out the information, sometimes you feel hurted. You feel like, why Lord, I want to give out this result for cancer. How is this patient going to take it? How is this patient is going to feel the pain? How is this patient is going to survive? So many people are going through this cancer. The cancer itself, you may go to see your patient today. Tomorrow, the patient is very, very weak. And the patient who is on chemo, they are always weak to an extent you think that this is not the world they should be. But with HIV/AIDS, I'm still stick on it because I worked in this line. I know how it contains. It's all about laziness. If you're very lazy in life, if you're very lazy in life, you're very lazy in life, you can't accept HIV. You're also lazy to accept and say that this is HIV has affected me, and no. But some people is like committing suicide. They feel like, "Ah, I'm affected now, so be it. I'm ready to take it. Let it be. May the Almighty God come and have me as quick as," because they are not ready to have it anymore. They're not, even if they take medication and eat properly, they're still true martyrs. Meaning they are ready to take medication. Yes, they accepted taking medication for HIV, and they're also eating very well, but they're being disturbed at the back of their mind. They're being disturbed at the back of mind that I don't have AIDS, I don't have AIDS, I don't have AIDS. But he's taking AIDS, it's meds, he's been affected. Then you say that I don't have AIDS. I don't have AIDS. This is so painful. So I always tell my people, the earlier the better. Just take meds for HIV. The cancer patient's life is made be very, very difficult. I always say, take meds, but his life is expensive. We are calling upon government to support this kind of AIDS. This is why this relative of mine, she cried bitterly. She said, "This is life is very expensive. This kind of sickness, you know, cancer life is somebody is like a person who is so in a stable life. The life is so very expensive for this person. Expensive life. You find that, like an example, a rich person. The rich person always stay in an expensive life. Everything, she got everything or he got everything. The rich people, they got everything maybe they deserve to have in this world. It's just like cancer. Cancer life is very expensive like a rich person. Cancer life is difficult to maintain. You have to make sure these meds you take them daily. Why are you going to buy this medication if you truly are coming from a poor family? Even the rich people, sometimes it's very difficult for them. They can hold for an maybe a fundraiser somewhere for contribution. So be it the poor. Where the poor are going to do fundraising for this? If government has failed to come through to build even up centers for med for proper cancer center, like for proper materials, proper like equipment for cancer, you find that it's our government that should also come upon to take these cancer patients. And then the patients, maybe the equipments are there, materials are there, but they're failing to. There are people misusing these are the doctors, I'm sorry to say so, they're misusing these maybe funds distributed, maybe just volunteers, maybe charities, for the cancer patients, because they know how life with cancer patients is. They will just rotate this cancer money or cancer thing for support for themselves, for their own benefit. So you find for the poor, they're not gaining or benefit again. My sister, this is why my friend cried and say, my sister, I rather choose HIV that I will go to the nearest center and say, finally, luckily, I have it all. I have it all. But who knows? Who knows? It's very, very sad that we have money for our own benefit and we cannot support. But with the cancer, it's not easy to support the cancer patient unless the government. I'm still calling upon government. Our government are really failing in this area. The HIV, there's so many, even HIV, there's funds that is coming for HIV, but still something must like has to be happen, must to happen in between before things goes on wrong, but it's already messed up. So let the cancer patients and the AIDS patients, we just pray for the end of it, like, and it's not easy. So HIV, it's easy to be maintained and controlled. With this is not a lie. It depends with the patient. Cancer patient, AIDS is very easy. It depends with the patient. What patient has accepted it, that's it. You just go pick your 1, 2, 3 meds. You drink. You move on. You eat. You abstain. You don't do it much every time now you want to do it. You control it even in a month if you want to do it. You just control it. Not to lower your libido, not to lower your everything. Balanced diet. If you can't afford that, don't do it. Don't you know what I mean? Don't do it. If I say don't do it, you don't meet. Right? You just don't meet. I'm almost. You find that somebody is sick. Hey, cancer patient. Cancer patient, sometimes you cannot even touch the body. Everywhere is painful. And the worst part of it that every cancer patient has to experience with the family. I've experienced that 3, 4, or 5. My grandmother, my 3 aunts, my dad's cousin, I don't want even to mention. With cancer patients, they have to, at the end of it, where you know that this is now is not manageable, they will call you in boardroom or whatever they will call you, the doctors. They will call you and sit you down. Smiling face, beauty face, talking nicely. Remember, they are ready, they're very ready, they are ripe to release for you the outcome of your patient. Outcome of your patient. They will call you, your patient has been sick and your patient has got 1 month or 3 months to stay or to live. They will tell you, you got 6 months to live. My sister, if you've been told like that with the doctor and you're a cancer patient, there's no chance for you. It's very, very difficult. I have a relative who was given 3 months with the cancer patient, but he only went for 2 months. So meaning he didn't go and he was given 3 months. So we were prepared. Between 3 months, your patient is going to die. Another one's given like 6 months. This one, luckily, he went to up to 8 months. So after 6 months, we know, we are going to make it. 7th month, 8th month, the patient is gone. Another one, that one was now that you can tell that this one is going to survive. Let's give him a year. He survived. Then there's a day they call the bedroom. 1 year he survived. Let's give him just 1 month. He didn't even finish 1 month. And cancer patients, when they want to die, There's one thing. That day, I don't know it's with any person who wants to die, I don't know. With cancer patients, that day they will be very strong. Even the meds you think that they are working, they will be very strong and active. The following day, the person who is so like very strong, the person will be very, very weak. Weak and not talking and not eating. Now it will be just like that. The day you will be even passing on is the day that you think that now today the person is so good, the person is going to survive. Now you lost me, Sarah. This kind of thing is it's a monster maybe into my family. I don't know. So sometimes even if I'm sick, I always think of it for first time. If I'm sick, that is the real thing that's always come to my mind. Because doctors also eat. I'm mad on this because doctors back home, maybe in Kenya, I don't know. Some they know, like an example. I want to give an example. One day, my grandma was affected with cancer. That's 2018. We went to another hospital. I don't want to mention the hospital because of the security purposes. We went to this hospital. My grandy was admitted like two months in this hospital. My grandy, who is over 70, nearly 80, she was bleeding, vaginal bleeding. So with vaginal not bleeding, it's not normal. By the time she was taken to clinic first in this vaginal bleeding, so it was like a clinic, then she comes back before it was detected to be something like cancer. So another thing, we just admit her another day also in that same clinic. The third day also, same clinic. So this clinic, they say, this clinic, they always say vaginal bleeding, maybe it is ulcer, it is what. So they keep on giving meds like omeprazole. Hello, Grandma Guru, welcome again, welcome. So this person of mine, they went to a cancer center. We went to visit my granny. We just visit. They say it's ulcer, but they know it's not ulcer. So they keep on giving meds, giving meds. So one point, we decide my Jen is getting weak and weak. So it's a point that the person who was talking, the person who is in, I just stop. No eating, no talking. Thumbs up, good girls. Thumbs. Thank you for thumbing up. You find very well that this hospital is not doing that well. So one day we decided to transfer my granny to another hospital just within Kisumu town. When we transferred to my granny to one hospital, the first test, the second test, we were told my granny is on cancer stage. I don't know. So we were shocked. How? We've been training year one, the same, another hospital. Year two, that the same hospital. Year three, the same hospital. Just bleeding in vaginal. Imagine your grandma bleeding in vaginal. So she was taken to, by the time she was now weak, and she was transferred to another hospital. That hospital told us, you know what? The second day, it's a disease, my friend. So when he was taken to another hospital, the doctor said, this is very serious. They tested, they found it is cancerous. So everybody was like very, very mad that to an extent, they want to go to sue the hospital, to sue the doctor in that former hospital. But we say it's only God created us and God takes us away. My granny was to be done like they have to take the uterus out. So in this hospital, they knew that he's in a stage that he cannot be helped. So she kept becoming weak day by day, and we were keeping hope and having hope. We were told that she's going to gain strength and strong, so that the uterus can be removed or whatever can be removed. So she went weak and weak after we've told that she's cancerous, and the stage that she was, it was not easy at the age also to be operated as what that we were waiting. So everybody was shocked. Even the doctors themselves were shocked. So the doctors told us, one of them, I think the doctors know, the doctors that maybe are working with the patients just for their own benefit, just to get money. They know something they won't tell you. They know your patient is suffering, they won't tell you. They just pretending treating something. What they know is just to keep the patient there. You keep on paying the bills, which is unfortunate. So it didn't take long. This grandma passed on. After we wasted a lots in that hospital that knew very well this is cancer, but they don't want to bring out the information. They don't want to pass information. Them, they are doing business. This hospital, they told us very well, when somebody is sick, we told one of them and sat them down and told them this hospital is been like this and that. So I'm praying one day, one time, they will get to that hospital one day and know A, B, C, D in that hospital. I don't want to mention, but that's how some people trade with these cancerous. Before they tell you what is it, they will just beat around. You keep going, you keep trading, you keep being you being kept there. You're just being kept. The bill is just piling. You do your fundraising, you do fundraising. By the time even the patients need to be stable, you've done, I don't know how many fundraising that you've done within the family, or just friends, support, whatever it is. A tablet is 20,000 shillings. It depends which tablet. It is business. This is true, it is business. That true, it was business. And the transfer, where we transfer this patient, you were told with one doctor that this thing, not only doctors are chosen, those are business though. There are some doctors that are just doing business with the patients. He knows what was killing this person. He knows this person, the blood has been coming in the vagina of this, its vagina with this old person. You keep on like informing the family that this is just maybe cancer, not cancer, but ulcer and blah blah. You know very well it is cancer. Waste 2 months in this hospital. The first you've been coming, you feel the patient is okay, back home like that, making money. So went to that hospital. They'll start leak for us information. This hospital, sometimes they should just look for somebody, I don't know. And they are the people that the government hospital is for the common people that cannot afford to go to government. And thus they're using the people that are vulnerable. Vulnerable people. They use vulnerable people because vulnerable people, they cannot get their rights because they are standard. That's why I tell, with cancer, it's not easy at all to maintain. Whether you are rich or you're poor, the rich also, they have just to do fundraise because they want to go somewhere far to get treated. But after all, with cancer, if it is in your body, as you were told with the doctor, you might have it, you might survive. But one day, one time, or after 1 year, it will reoccur. Why is this reoccurring? One cell like this, a cell, they always say a cell can disappear, or we say disappear, in your body or somewhere. So one after some years it will reoccur. It will come again in your whatever. Anywhere. It can go to your mouth, your ear, your nose, your eyes, your mouth, your throat, your stomach, your intestine, your leg, your everywhere. Mhm. But AIDS, I say that is ignorance. It's not 1980s or 80 or 80s where you can control HIV, where you can't control HIV, where there was no these RAVs. You have opportunity to just accept it in your mind that you are affected. You are affected. Then you take your meds in peace. You keep your time. Doctors do business. Every hospital, and not even business. If you go to hospital and you don't know, it's like looking for job in government. This current government of ours, maybe in Kenya. You go to look for job. If you don't know any person, you can't get a job. You have to know someone to guide you or to give you a job. The same like doctors. You go to, if you don't know any doctor, or you don't have maybe one of the doctor owners in your family, then you are doomed. Business. Uh, sorry. And that is always a proper business. It's just that we are here. I could have exposed and said everything about that hospital and how it was, but proper business. It's money. It's real money. Hmm? Even this, why it is business, this HIV/AIDS, there's funds for this HIV/AIDS. The ARVs are free. And you find that even most, sometimes the ARVs you go, it's finished. Why this finish ARVs gone? Hmm? Why? It's very sad. Very sad to be affected with expensive sicknesses. You rather have be at least you rather have a cheap sickness, like not expensive sickness in you, than having, I call them expensive sicknesses. Except expensive sickness is not easy to control unless you're moneyed. Hmm? Life. Um, some years or some years, if you do these things with HIV, whatever, you will know. Some years, people not used to interact with the HIV people. Some thought it was a contagious. If I have HIV, you have HIV, you can be affected. Because they start teaching people about it before they start spreading rumors about, or they start preaching this story about HIV/AIDS. So you find it's very easy for people of late to understand what is HIV/AIDS. Even in the village, that it was not possible by then. In the schools, colleges, everywhere, they spread about this AIDS. Even in church, it's being spread. this news, how to prevent it. You can prevent, you can. And again, there's this I want to talk about this HIV. If you're affected with HIV, if you think that you've gone with somebody without protection, and you're just doubting yourself, just go in the chemist and buy, you know, just go. These meds, you take them for 3 months. You take them for 3 months. If you slept with somebody that you thought this person is affected or not affected, you just take them. It's called depot. Just take your depot. You take 3 good months, then you will be safe. If you truly doubt. But how can you start sleeping with somebody for the first time without protective? Always, if you cannot, abstain. Protective is there. If you can't, you don't want protective thing, abstain. Protection, like these condoms are everywhere. You can't just say that you cannot you walk with them in the bag. If you know you can meet anybody and you just do your thingy, walk with it in your bags. By the way, when you are in the field, you used even to distribute those protective things, so that you can be safe. Done. It's not very, it's not easy. It's not easy. HIV. Eh. HIV, if you go in the field with HIV, those villages, there are people who they don't know still about this information. So you find that thank you for thumbs up. You find that they have been affected. You remember those days, those 90s or those 80s, those who are born by those days. If you're not born by then, you will not understand. There will be coughing, those signs, the old signs, symptoms. Because they don't know. The information maybe is not reaching to the ears properly. So when they rush to the hospital is when they come to know. And you find those people like that, when given meds, they don't ignore. They take their meds inappropriate. Hmm? Hmm? You're just going there. Hmm? Doing unnecessary thing. AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. Very simple disease. Easy to handle. That's what you used to spread for the people with HIV. When you are going to the field, you just say that very easy, cheap disease. Hmm? AIDS was a very cheap disease. It's cheap even up to now. It's cheap. Why we used to say it is cheap to control when you go out the field? Yeah, Paul, that's the rule. So HIV, it's cheap. Once you accept it, yeah, it's very cheap. Once you accept that you are affected, it's government provide free, government provide free RVs. So that's why it's cheap. So it's upon you, go and go and get it. It's upon you to go and get that HIV, to go and get that meds, those meds. Mm? Or else free thing, you go and get your meds, you take it, after taking it, you survive. Yeah, it's very cheap. How is Italy? Po, how how is cancer life in Italy? Or how is AIDS life in Italy? And Italy. Italy. Hmm? What's the experience you got about AIDS or cancer in Italy? Hmm? Or haven't you met any cancerous person? Why is it hot? Why is she diverting from topic? It's Paul, stop diverting my attention. Can you support my friends if you are here? Popo. Hmm? Hmm. Even my eyes, Sarah, even my eyes, even my eyes is problem. Let me grab water. Po, I'm just going to grab water for you. And my eyes. Yeah, let's leave your phone. I'm just remaining with some minutes, then we'll close. We are about to start pollen, so my eyes, my throat, and everything. It's not easy for me. Winter is about to go down. Summer, we're saying summer bye bye. So it's not easy. Hmm? So they say cheap sickness, cheap life, cheap to afford. What did you cook today? Hmm? What did you cook today? And tell me how you deal with cancer patients in Italy. I'm asking you a question, Paul. Hmm? How is Italy life? Italy, with health sector dealing with cancer, stew pork. Hey, you will be fat, like you will build body, you will grow body, your body will be big if you're eating pork. I have it. Sarah. Thank you. Sarah, it's funny that when we are almost to winter, it's always problem. More so, it's I'm struggling. Yeah, I know everybody's asleep. I understand. It's always not easy for me to come early, but it's fine. It's fine. It's. I will try to change to try to come maybe daytime, but with boy, baby boy, small baby boy, and the rules and regulation is not easy for me. Naweza, how do you say? Naweza ripotiwa that I've done the thing. Hmm? This very morning, 1:40. What's my time here? Actually, it's about like 29 minutes to 1 a.m. Utali, close your eyes and sleep. What's wrong with you? I was singing for you lullaby. Our doctors have disappointed me. Yeah, Gama has to visit you. Paul, can you support people here? 1:44 a.m. Okay. Utali, your time and my time is 1 hour different. Sarah time and my time is 2 hours different. Paul, what's your time there? One? Utali wants some banana. He doesn't sleep. Hmm? Sleep, 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 sleep. Pill, pill, banana. I'm getting water. Paul, yeah, Gama has to visit you tomorrow. Paul, visit Sarah, please. Hmm? Doctors. Health sector needs some scrutinize, proper scrutinize. Otherwise, it's not going to be easy in health sector where the cancer patients have been suffering. Very expensive. They can't afford. With cheap people, they can't afford. When I say cheap people, means like poor people. Paul, how is Italy? How is life with cancer patient? I'm asking you a question. Oh, Italy people doesn't have cancers. Have you ever been a, a close with a friend who is affected with HIV or cancer? Hmm? Because I know with cancer is very draining. It's always drain family to the poorest. It will drain family to the poorest. It's all about contribution. It's all about fundraising. Sarah, cheers. Sarah, cheers. Sarah Fitness. You're my girl. Eh, hmm? Sarah, you see the way I'm suffering, even my ears. Eh. But are you ready? Are you ready to be played with the beards? Maybe they're not even beards. You're making me laugh, and I was very sad about this cancer thing. Yeah, this is wine. And this is hot water. So I know I have it's about to we are almost close to pollen. So I'm being affected. Allergy. Your chest. Paul has run away. You made Pot run away, Sarah. So yeah, I have to mix it like water Jesus because of my throat. So I drink, but hot water is opening my ways. And my ears is itchy, my eyes is itchy. Um some have you seen AIDS patients with airy chesty? Boy, you got airy chest. Have you seen a patient with AIDS with airy chesty who is very sick? So I could imagine. Hmm? No, I I cannot. This is non-alcoholic, by the way, Utali. It's 0%, zero. It's pure plain, pure. the discussion was about AIDS or Utali. Utali, have you come across a cancer patient or AIDS patient? Sarah sicheki nalia tu. 40%, after 40%, then you will doom. You will not be functioning. Will you be functioning? 40%. This 0%. Hmm? Sarah is dealing with Po. I'm dealing with Utali. Sarah, I give you Po. Utali, we are dealing with you. Sarah, how do you know Sarah takes 38%? Hmm? How do you know Sarah takes 38%? How do you know Sarah takes 38%? Italy, and Italy. Po. So you know each other better. You know each other better. And Po is getting in between here. Wants his chest to be played on. Po, are you ready for your chest? Tomorrow I have to come live at daytime to see this Po if he is coming live to get his chest in my screen here. Don't go, guys. Don't go. Don't go. Thank you, Thambi number 11. Thank you. Thank you. So, guys, AIDS is cheap. It's a cheap sickness. Enjoying playing with each other's chest. Let's give up lol. So I say AIDS is very cheap compared with, that's why the person was sick and she preferred to die on AIDS rather than to die on cancer, but cancer took it all. The pain in cancerous person is the pain that you will never have. Enrique life, hi. See you to come. See you for coming to support me, my friend. See, good for you to come. Enrique, sorry. Ricky, sorry, I don't know what has happened. Guy. Hey, Ricky, sorry. I don't know what has happened. Hey, I've just touched something without. I was not reading. I'm reading and I see something, then I touched. Sorry about that. No, I didn't know what I touched. I'm very apologetic. I don't know what I've touched, Ricky. Sorry. Guy. Hope he's still here. Ricky, I'm very sorry. What? I was giving him a moderator, but I don't know what happened. I was going to check out moderator or whatever. I don't know what has happened. I'm sorry for Ricky. If he's watching me, I don't know. Ricky, I'm very sorry for my mistake. It's my mistake. I will come and apologize. Guys, this is so unfortunate. Ricky, I hope you are still here. Kindly type, I want to know if you are still there. Hmm? I'm even falling, making my phone fall down. Guy, what has happened? Ricky, please. Yeah, I've just done a mistake. It's a mistake, like an error that somebody can do. I never meant to be. Yeah, he's your ex for sure. He's a good chap. It's a person. He's a good person. He's my friend. He's my friend. He has given me banana. We've been like supporting each other. I didn't know what has happened. I'm very sorry for him. Eh, how can you find him for me, Sarah? Maybe your phone. Tell him I'm very apologetic. Guy, he's gone. Hmm. This is serious issues need sarcastic. This is serious. We don't need even those pictures. He came to support me in peacefully. I know he. Welcome, Thumbs 12. Thank you very much. I'm very sorry for that. I'm very sorry for what has happened. I never meant to. I don't know. Paul, can you find for me Ricky with your phone? Tell him I'm very apologetic. Sarah, tell him I'm very apologetic. Hey, I'm very sorry. Hmm? In fact, I've given him a moderator. Then something has just happened. What can I do? Hmm? This is very sad. Very, very sad. That's how I've lost him like that. Oh, sorry, Rick. I was so like I was depressed. Why did I time you out? I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to. It's just by mistake. I just touched. Then it's sorry. Then Po is just like I timed you like 300 times. I'm very sorry on behalf of everyone. Let me apologize for that. Sorry. In fact, I timed you out till everybody ran away. I don't know everybody. Those who were there was. Oh, sorry, you're going. You're leaving me with Ricky for me, for myself. Anyway, Sarah, you've really supported me. Thank you so much. Let me remain with Ricky and the rest. You need to sleep, darling. Tomorrow is another day. Hmm? Sorry, that was a big mistake. So with HIV, we have to be very careful. HIV is really, really, really affecting our life. HIV has really affected. Sarah has left. Sarah said that she's tired. She's been here since I started my life. She's saying she feels sleepy and she wants to sleep. Hey, Hutali, you don't sleep. Hmm? Yeah, that's who we are talking about. My one of my relative, she was suffering from cancer, but the pain of that, she decided, like a sister, let me say a sister, she decided that she could rather have HIV/AIDS than this monster cancer, because cancer for one is very expensive. Cancer for one needs come together to contribute for each other, to support each other. Christine, good night. Night night, Christine. So that's the problem. Hmm? That's the problem. Hmm? So with HIV, it's cheap compared to cancer. HIV, I say that you can go to any other hospital and grab your meds for free. So it's upon you if you are lazy that you don't want to. Well, the problem is just right here with people with HIV/AIDS versus cancer. Do you know even if you are hairy, you can lose your hairy within a minute because of these two monsters I'm talking of, the HIV, AIDS, and cancer. Hmm? We need to learn. Hairy legs. With hairy legs too, you can get affected. Hairy legs, that hairy legs, you're saying that you're happy with the hairy legs. Do you know you can be affected with any other, then you lose your hairy? Once you lose your hairy, that's it. And even AIDS can affect your hairy, those hairy, and fall down. Do you know that? Hmm? So we have to be very, very careful. Hmm? I thought you were talking of hairy armpit. So doctors, some, not all, they play this role with expensive life, with are you sure? Have a sad way to go. For sure, he got a sad day to way to go. Sarah visited you, Ricky. You make sure you visit Sarah tomorrow. I don't know what of Paul. Paul, can you visit for me, Sarah? Kindly. 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 Sarah, tell him you want him to wear yellow yellow boxer. Yellow boxer. AIDS is real, but AIDS is easy to control. If you are lazy, you can't control it. I'm still repeating, with AIDS, you can control yourself. AIDS will destroy your life if you are lazy. I'm repeating. Mhm. So be very careful with HIV. Don't neglect anything. Mhm. were affected with HIV/AIDS. And you carry pizza. When you are going to Sarah's place, you carry pizza, not pork. Love, 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 love. So if you have any patient, just keep on encouraging any patient with HIV/AIDS. Just keep on encouraging the person not to lose hope, but the person should just have time with its meds. See you tomorrow, darling. I love you. See you tomorrow, sweetie. You're a superstar. You keep me till this time. You being blessed. I love you, my dear. I love you to the fullest. So these people with HIV, they should be checked. Sometimes there are people that need to be pushed. But I have a young boy by that time also, but a young boy with, it was like teenage, used to have, he was born with HIV positive. This young boy, young teenage, he was taking ARVs, so he used to take properly, even being monitored or being not monitored. So this kid, there's reached a point that they didn't check it. They thought this boy has been taking meds. The boy could throw just some will hide under the bed and throw them. So one day he became sick. Then they realized the CD4 is gone down to an extent beyond helpful. So when they were cleaning the room where the boy was, they found some meds. He's been hiding meds all over. Some they can. So to notice, he's been throwing his ARVs away. So upon asked when he was now CD4 is gone down that beyond helped. This is a teenage boy, 13. He said that he's tired. He can't have the meds every day. He's very, very tired of having those meds. At teenage age, has decided that he's tired, he can't have meds. What do you think of a grown-up? Do you think a grown-up can't get tired of taking meds? If just a teenager, stop taking meds. You know, with the cancer is also the same thing. It's meds every day. The difference that this one is free meds, the other one is expensive meds. You have to buy them with your own pocket. No one will come through you to support you. So imagine yourself, you've gone just a mile to have this, whatever. You have this, how do you call? You have, you've contributed, people have contributed, people have supported you, people have come through, well-wishers to support you to have meds. Then you start throwing meds away, cancer patients. So that's why you find that they drink them. If you go to the fridge where people are cancer, the fridge is full of meds. The one they drink, the one the tablets one. But they always get tired of them, even if it is expensive. This cousin of mine also, they say that, don't buy for me meds. I'm tired of meds. I will not take them. For sure, after buying for her meds, she stopped taking meds. She said that I'd rather have HIV. I'm tired and I'm tired. I'm not getting better anymore. Everything is getting worse. I'm done worse. There's no support, like financial support has gone down because people have tried, and she was not blaming anybody. So that's how she passed on. And it's I'm still telling you, if I have a relative with HIV and I stop medicine, kindly just tell the person to start taking meds back again. But before he goes back again to take meds, they are going to put question mark on the patient. Why did you stop and why are you coming back? They will just play hide and seek to assist you, to help you to get meds for the second round after you've ignored the first one and you've been like stopped to take them. That's what happens in the health center. So if you stop taking them, there are people who are in need on it, like serious. They will just give people who are ready to take. Then if you stop completely, wait a minute till we'll go to hospital. When your CD4 is seriously down, and they realize that you stopped taking your meds of HIV/AIDS in government hospital, that's the day you will live and die, or something might happen, something serious can happen, that you will regret the rest of your life where you stop taking those HIV/AIDS thing. No any nurse will want to get close to you. They will throw words. They always throw words that even if you hear by your ears, just stop taking meds. You will just stop. You will just say, I'd rather die, or I'd rather have AIDS, like anything that can support my life. They will tell you A to Z. If you stop meds and you become sick and you're being rushed to hospital, if you don't have the third party means that maybe the person that may help you go through in to get meds, to get into the system again, because they found you a joker. It's like you're committing suicide. A person who's given meds for HIV and stop taking them, it's like you're committing yourself. You've said that enough is enough. I can't have this meds again anymore. So it's rather that I have a sit, or I have a die, or I have a do something about it. That is HIV/AIDS. Those who are going in the field, I'm still repeating, they face it. Somebody just find that when you look the chart like this, the person has been just well taking medications in a nice way, you are happy, then all over, boom. Because you are stigmatized, some people will start talking, oh, this and that, everywhere you go, this and that, this and that, this and just accept yourself. Well, let people talk that, let it be, let people talk that you are affected with the HIV/AIDS, but you're at peace taking your medication, you're moving on with the person who is criticizing you that you're affected with HIV can even have a challenge in life in any kind of sickness that will say that I'd rather not talk about bad. And you know, with the rules of these guides of guideline of this HIV, the first thing as a counselor, if you're going to counsel for somebody, or if you want to introduce somebody in this area of HIV thing, therapy or whatever, you're not supposed to tell people after testing a person. You're not supposed to discuss it with another person. You're not supposed even to share it. You are not supposed to tell somebody that this person is affected with HIV/AIDS. If you do so, you are going to be questioned or arrested, or you can be sacked from the job because you're not fit. You're not keeping the rules of the key. Because some people, they don't wish to be spread that they are being stigma. They're carrying stigma all around, all the way, everywhere. But those who are fully under medication, when you go to stall or any other thing, they give you first priority. First chance, it's for you because you keep the rules and guidelines of that thing. So it bounds to us. It's always good if you go to Finland, you find that this client is easy to deal with. The person will be supported. You go to, like, if my case, if I go to Finland, I find an easy client. You know, there's some easy client, easy to deal with. He will accept you, he will talk to you, he will tell you, and even he will insist. If you find her or you find him in the other way, he will convince you to come back to test the other party or the other partner. Maybe he's suspecting the other party is not, or you yourself, you doubt yourself because maybe you went and have some, you have some sugarcane outside because you prefer to test the sugar maybe outside. So out of the guiltiness, when you are coming for counseling or you're coming for tested, I will test you, then he will say, let's also test the husband or the wife. So as you test, you find one of them is affected. Maybe you who are ready for me, you are affected, or the husband. You have to put this family also down to accept their life, their situation, this conduct. They are, the disconduct patient, they can stay together with HIV/AIDS. One is affected, one is not affected. But still you can just stay together and life goes on. You won't be affected in any other way. Apart from if the cat in you, but it's always noticed that it's good to stay same. That's HIV. It's nowadays it's common. People just come out. I love it that people have accepted it. They just go, they just announce it. AIDS Day, it's happened. People come together. They are funny, they talk, they're happy. People try to make them also happy. It's not like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to stay safe. You can't stay safe or you can't, then that's it. Also have to, you know what? You have just to protect yourself. Protective. If you go out, just protect yourself. This thing, condom, is just cheap. In previous, I say that it is very cheap. Just protect it. And if you jailed out somebody and you've slept with somebody, then just go for 3 months. Go for, I forgot the name. I just mentioned it. For three months, just take that tab for 3 months. It's called PEB, like you've gone with somebody, but you doubt yourself. Just go in the store or in the chemist, you just say this and that. So they put you in days for 3 months. You won't be affected. You protect yourself. And also, if you are affected, they also, people doesn't know, if you are affected with HIV or AIDS, they always tell you, okay, you can abstain to get this, but also when you are affected, when you're married, or you are couples, or you are not married or whatever, they also, if the percentage of you having sex was too high, like you want to do it like every day, every day, every day, or like continuous, you have to minimize it. You have to lower that rate. Because the more you're doing it, the more you are making it active and you build it up. So at least lower the chances you're doing it also to keep you going, which I think it's so helpful. But there are people, once they're affected, now they're free world. They are in free world. They say, after all, I'm affected. Go ye and give it out. So they just go and just start spreading it. It will be easy for us to stop this AIDS thing. And as I say, most people who are HIV AIDS, you find they're always being affected with cancer. If you are keen enough, just check. Most people with AIDS, they always, because maybe they're not eating well, or maybe stomach or whatever or anything. They're really, really, because the immune system is gone down. So, the cells are fighting. HIV. But I love it. Of late, I love it. It's somebody, you cannot tell somebody's even having HIV AIDS like before, those 90s or 80s. The person might have like, you look like a sheep rained on. Which sheep? Bushy sheep rained on. But it's you, if you want to accept it, fine, to continue with your life. Maybe you have kids, just accept, move on. I know why some people always being affected. If you go into this field, some people are affected because they go to field. You find that they are accepted, they are the way they are. But being that he is accepted the way he is or she is, he will just now spread every cell everywhere. He's like, is paying back. I don't know if it is paying back, not even paying back to his or her mind. He thinks that now, once I've got it, there's nothing anymore to protect. So we will just go and do it everywhere. Just do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Every chicken passes across, he will give it a maize. Any flower across, he will water. Anything, any skirt, he will jump on, because he's no longer bothered about his life. He has seen it, he has received it, he has gone for it, and he has received it. Also, some people do it that as a payback. They are thinking you are paying, you are affected, now you are paying to innocent people that did harm you, did not send you to go and get affected. So you are paying back, affecting other innocent people. Why? Why, if you're affected, you go out with the mentality just to spread it, spread it, spread it? Some with HIV will hide, will not even tell. But some will tell you, me, I want you. But you know what? I'm HIV positive. So if you like, you can love the person. If you don't like, provided he has told you. For that, if you get into it, it can't affect, because you know very well you're going to somewhere that is already affected. But it's still cheap, this disease. Very cheap disease. Very cheap. Once you are eating proper balanced diet and you are taking free medicine, free drugs, You can't compare it with cancer. That's why my let me die out of this AIDS, but not cancer. I'd rather die. She cried till her death. I'd rather die. I'd rather die with AIDS, but not cancer. I'd rather wish somebody to get the people used to fear AIDS, but God, I wish you could have given me AIDS, but not cancer. Very expensive disease, very expensive disease. Expensive that it's easy to difficult. It's difficult to control it. And it's cheap. It is cheap because it's easy to control by free meds. Yeah, cancer is very expensive. Very expensive. Cancer is very expensive. But AIDS is cheap. It's cheap because you are getting free meds. Mm. You get free meds. So you just like that. Let me just go and uh, it's all about negligence. If you don't want meds, it's up to you. You will just your CD4 will go down. Once your CD4 is going down, your health will deteriorate. You'll be look like a chicken rained on. This you will find you as you feel like you have some cold, you feel you have some sore throat, you feel like your body is tired, you feel like you're not yourself because you ignore these meds. But these meds, before also, when you lose your control not to take them, that's the risk of it. The moment you start taking ARV and you stop taking them, oh my God, it's something else. Walk in the field, see people who have stopped it. Or if you have any relative who have done that, check. Or if you have any relative who have stopped taking meds, do for me a favor. Convince this person to go back to the chapter to start a new fresh of life. It's not the end of everything. But with HIV, where I'm saying it is expensive, my friend, my family is like, I don't know, I don't know how to say. I've lost lots with cancer. It becoming expensive till you can use a card. People have contributed, there's no help. But the government, where we are crying for, should bring more centers, are not ready for that. I don't know if they're ready or the money is always being brought, but they use it in their own benefit, or they put in another sector, or I don't understand. But how I wish the cancer patients should be given more priority in so far in my country, Kenya, than any other thing else. Cancer patients, they die in and out, in and out. In and out, in and out. Not because they want. Life is very expensive in terms of medication, in terms of drugs. Mm. You find somebody lying in the bed like that, cousin woman, she was just crying, let me die, let me die, let me die. Let me die. I'm telling me, I've lost many till I know. I've seen a cancer of breast cancer. I've seen a patient with brain cancer. I've seen a patient of how do you call uh, breast cancer. I've seen a patient with uterus cancer, intestine cancer. This is just within a family, within a family. All now, where are they? All dead. But after spending a lot of lots, colonial cancer, all these cancers are the same. They are very painful. All. It's not a joke. Isn't a joke. Sometimes even if I think that's what I was saying it before, that it's a it's a money making thing, and even not even money making, even in the with the doctors, not even within the hospital. Even it's a money making within the hospital. So I don't know, it's doctor dealing also eating into the government or just themselves within. It's just money making. Because even the donation, they can just get the funds, at least to have a proper health center for these health, how do you call the facilities for cancer, whatever patients. Find there's no machine, they want this machine, they have to transfer you to this hospital where sometimes you're being told to go to that hospital yourself. You are a poor person. You can't even afford an air ticket. Because they find, like, when my cousin also was in a serious condition, he was flying to another country. This, you don't even the air ticket to take the patient to. You have to look for money. Yourself, you've never been to aeroplane, but they say they have to airlift you. Cancer. Hey. Cancer patient, they cry 24/7. Sleeping the whole night crying. Waking up, they crying. Pain. Pain, 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 pain. Pain. But it's always easy with the cancer patient to know that they're going to die. Like, doctors always tell you that you will not die. You will die at this time. No time after this month, or after this month, or you will not go beyond this month. So psychologically, you get prepared, you get ready for any outcome. Patient can lose it anytime. Patient can lose it anytime. But all is all right. So what's the time? It's almost 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Time is really moving. Wow. But it's all about the government has made disappointed us. Everywhere, it's all about the government and everything. Even if the day I don't sleep, I sleep at night. At daytime, I don't find time. Only morning. If you see, I don't have any people. I only go bed at 2, 3. By 6, maybe I'm up again. By daytime, I will just try these days also to try to go live, maybe daytime. Even if it is 1 hour, then it will be worth it. Because if I don't sleep, it will affect me completely. It will affect me. So I always pray. AIDS is only just difficult to accept. If once you have accepted, life is easy, very simple in Africa, and it's really common. Today I'm struggling with allergy a lot. I was nearly not to come for my life. Today is my day, not my day. My eyes, my ears, and everything. AIDS. I've eaten longest time. I cooked. I always come live after eating. Hey, I can't come live without eating. I start my live at 10. Then, meaning at 6 or 7, I've already eaten. Mm? So I cook and busy at 8, and so that's why I have to cook and find time. Or else, but today I think I just need to go because it's been long since I sit here. What did I cook? Some traditional chicken. You know the chicken, the hard chicken, not grilled chicken, the hard chicken with some spinach and ugali. I don't do a lot. Why am I doing that? Because I don't find time at daytime to do it. So when I sit down like this at night time, I rather do it two or three. Like this one, it was supposed to be two, but I can see it's remaining like 28 minutes to be three. So I might push up with that 28 minutes, then I stop my live. So I'm remaining with 28 minutes. Then that's it. So I will go to bed exactly 2 o'clock. It's not a lot of work. Why are you saying it's a lot of work? Ugali is just, it's not like fufu or whatever you pon. Ugali is like 2 to 3 minutes. Very simple and easy to cook. Very simple and easy to cook. So I don't mind cooking ugali. It's very quick for me. Maybe if it is big for big family. But still, I don't mind. I don't mind cooking it. However, how it's baked. I cook and cook and cook and cook and cook and cook. Life. It is well. What do you mean by paying a lot? Why? 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 Eh? Hmm? I didn't. I didn't. I didn't pay it. It was not expensive like cancer. It's cheap as very cheap. My eyes. I didn't do it myself. I can't do this thing for myself. I was supported. I got to salon. I did not do it by myself. Somebody did it for me. Somebody did it to me. Yeah, I got help. I got help. Cooking? None. Hello, JW. Hi. Today I was just talking about HIV/AIDS. You're right. Cooking with Javis. Hello, sweetheart. It's morning, by the way, cooking with Jason. It's morning, morning, morning. It's morning, 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 morning. Thank you for support, my sweetie. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Nice to be here, nice to have you here. I'm happy. Thank you. Thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give me thumbs up. Thank you for coming. Today my topic was all about HIV/AIDS and cancer anyway. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. That's very special. Thank you. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm humble. This is my time for life. It is very late. It is nearly 2 a.m. 2 a.m. It's morning actually. I haven't slept. I go to bed very late. Yeah. Because this is the time I can find. Daytime is not easy for me. So I was even about to say, oh, but it's unfortunate you're here. It's good to find that I have someone to talk to. Thank you for coming once more. Thank you for sure. You've done well. You've done well, 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 well. Oh, it's 8 p.m. 6 hours difference, I guess. 6 hours different, I guess. 6 hours. So you've joined. Ricky has gone. Where's Ricky? Ricky, you left or you gone because you've seen Cooking with JW. Eh, Tell your laptop to resurrect your laptop. Don't let your laptop to die. It's unfortunate your laptop is dying. Vicky, thank you. Thank you so much, Vicky. So HIV can be manageable than cancer. Cancer is not manageable. Ah, I know. You know how to cook. You always take your time. You take your time nicely. It's as we are just ready to take breakfast. If it is AM. Guys, don't go. I'm coming. I'm checking my baby. I'm coming. Thank you for waiting for me. My baby was in need of milk. Milk, 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 milk. Mm. 15 minutes. So if you have any patients around with anywhere with AIDS, talk to the person just to take meds, to take drugs. Everything will be fine, and eat proper, healthy food. Just healthy food, not just food. But with cancerers, it's upon our government to look on. Our government has failed us in the areas of cancers in Africa, in Kenya. Salad, seafood, see. Eh, that menu, Alcata menu, it's complete. Why? Hmm. That's real menu. That's real menu. Eh, you're the chef. You're the best. You know how to make your menu. You don't need even to go. Sorry. You don't need even to go to this fast food restaurant. Take away food. Calories. Take away food. The pain in cancer is bearable. If you have not, if you haven't been close to a patient with who is cancerous, one day try. Home made takeout for sure. So people buy from you, or it's just like for fun. Then that's mean you're cooking big portion. That's need extra energy. That's cooking big portion needs extra energy. I can't I can't cook that big portion like that. Hey, just by yourself. It's difficult. It's difficult. By yourself, taking out, it's not easy. Maybe you have a second hand. Mm. Second hand. Mm. All right, that's good. Then, but you cook. You take your time. You cook. Somebody cannot even complain that you don't give out food in your family. You cook. If at all the people who are around you, they enjoy food, you cook. You always have your time when cooking. You make it proper, complete diet. You just should, but the way how you, but the way I always see you cook, like it's a portion that can be handled by, can be eaten by maybe five, three or two. You always make it at least a little bit big. So I thought maybe you have some like two, three, four, five, or maybe in the house. Hmm. That's I always think of. I didn't know that you don't have anybody in the house. How many kids do you always have, JV? How many kids do you have? Do you got? But now your kids has grown, has gone. Only YouTube is now your current. YouTube is your current child. You're taking care of your current. Okay, that's good. So that's why I'm saying cooking with Jesse. I'm saying that your last born is YouTube. Your last born is YouTube. Your YouTube is everything for you now. Wow, congratulations. You're lucky. Hey, you're very lucky. That's why you only maintain now YouTube. You are last born. YouTube. You're very lucky. Eight. Hmm. I wish I had eight, but now it's late that. When will I get that eight? I've just started the journey. I don't know when I will end the journey, and I've started it very late. Maybe I will just stick to one. I don't know. When God permits. I got one. I don't know when I will have second. I've started the rest very late. Very late. If Oh, sorry, passed away 2015. Oh, the same year. My mom too passed on 2015. Sorry about that. Sorry. 2015. Oh. And she was buried where? Well, she was married. She was buried in America. Was she married in America? Life with HIV/AIDS is very annoying if you're not exposed. Life with AIDS. AIDS. Very sad. Yeah, that's why I'm asking, where was your child, the late child, buried? In America? Or maybe if she or he was married, she's your daughter who passed on, married maybe somewhere. Maybe he was, if he was married, maybe in maybe some other town or whatever, maybe you people decided no, we have to bury him here, or you were, so he was buried right in America during abroad. Okay, that's right then. That's then you're safe. You're in a safe hands when everything happens. You follow everything, like every step. But if you still got kids, that's so grateful for that. Still got more. That's all we can say for now. You are blessed. Hey, this journey of white tea is not easy. So, we were talking just about cancer patient, the way cancer patients suffer in terms of financial. Mm. All right. All right. Cancer patient. If you have across your cancer patient or you visit the cancer patient, it's good to know in your take. Because me, what I've seen in cancer patients is only by God's grace cancer patients suffer. If you're not strong enough, you cannot stand by them, the cancer patients. The pain, the pain, it's not easy. The pain. With HIV, if you're on medication, you want to experience all those all those pain. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That with HIV, you see this friend, relative, sister of mine who died. You choose rather say that I would rather die if I'm given chance. I rather have AIDS but not cancer. Cancer is expensive in everything. Cancer's meds are very, very expensive, and you have to take like varieties, but one tablet. Okay, good night, Ricky. Thank you for staying along with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for coming. Thank you. I'm almost ending the show anyway, but thank you. Bye, 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 bye. Mwah. Cancer cancer needs just a pull up from government. It just need government to come through, because if it's just not a charity or family, it's too big. Bye, Ricky. Bye. Good night, Ricky. It's very, very expensive. So she chose to die, not to get help. Night night, not to get help, because since stage one, stage two, she was being supported. She has been supported. So when it reached a point that she said she can't have any more support, she didn't need any support from anything, anybody. Like she was ready to die. So she was like comparing AIDS and cancer. So she said that I choose to die out of AIDS, because she know very well that AIDS, you can live long and long provided you are under medication, proper medication, and you are in a food of a good health. Exactly. And you know, they can find that cure if they are serious. They can. But I think this thing is business too. So no one is taking, everybody is just meandering around, meandering about to get this fund. Even if the funds gets to government, like example, like maybe where I'm coming, like maybe Kenya, the funds get there, but before the funds get to the facility centers, there are some play game being played in between before this gets into the support. So the big top my twin, they don't take this kind of sickness very serious. It's a business. It's a game. It's greed. Exactly. So more people will continue. I think these people like I think country like America or UK here or anywhere, at least they have this charity, the organization that comes in at least support. But you know, the charity also has lots of people to handle, not only like cancer centers, like charity dealing with the cancer centers. There are lots of people with cancer all over the world they have to support, and that's not still enough. Why can't government also come in strongly to see how this thing can be helped? Me, my family, I know is a line of, as I say, my family is a line of cancer. Sometimes even if I'm sick, I feel like, or is it cancer or is it what? And we've suffered how with the patient. And no one is like, say that I've survived, I'm a cancer survivor. All them passed away. All them passed on. It's every time we fundraise, still the people who are tired of us, that this family every time they fundraise about the cancer, there's something that we wrong. Every time you fund, till we stop even that if somebody's sick, we just fight for ourselves. So this is why this, because you know, they say no, it's enough for her. She rather. Mhm. But AIDS, very simple. If you're ready to take your meds and eat, if you're ready to take your meds and eat with HIV and AIDS, you can stay the longest than even the person who is not affected. So I used to go to field to spread this news. I'm still repeating with people with HIV/AIDS. You go to the house, you talk to people, you know how to play with it till they will come in on board. Some people will accept genuinely, nicely, but some will not accept. Those who accept will take meds and go along. But if you refuse, it's like committing suicide. As I said before, if you refuse to take your meds when you are HIV/AIDS, it's like you're killing yourself. You're not ready for it. You are already going for it, but you're not ready to have it. You're not ready to handle it. Now the burden is very heavy on your head that you can't stand it. You rather not take meds and something else. But sometimes you can think that if you don't take it, maybe you will, the life may disappear away. You know, sometimes you stop taking meds, you will continue staying in this world, but you've been on and off sick. You're torturing your body yourself because you don't want to take meds, and the cells are becoming weak every day, and every day, every day. HIV/AIDS. I've dealt with the clients with HIV/AIDS. Still, I say people need to repent. People need to repent. There are people who get AIDS because of negligence. There are people who get AIDS because they want. There are people who get AIDS innocently. Person is very innocent and AIDS just find you where you are sitting. So we have to be very careful. We don't joke with our lives. So that's my take for today with HIV/AIDS and cancer. I've been into this two field for longest time, so I know what it contains. I've lost not more than 5 in cancer field, in cancer life, so I know how it is. With HIV/AIDS, I've worked in the, yeah, it's true. In HIV/AIDS, I've worked with the field with people with HIV/AIDS. Also, I know how it contains. So we don't just take life as a joke. We have to love ourselves, and we have to be ready to accommodate all these people with sicknesses. They always need us for support. But a person, oh, sorry, dear, this thing is a monster. This thing. And it chew your money, but you will not survive. It chew you to drain you. They will drain. It drained family. It drained family. Cancer drained family like not now, not tomorrow. It will drain you. It will drain. It will drain if you're not careful. That's the end of you. Otherwise, JVC, it's 3 hours now. It's 3 hours, and what's the time? It's 2:18. 3 hours to 18. Then I need to stop my live. Today I was a little bit busy and I was tired. I thought I should not come for my live, so I've just tried ups and downs. And with my boy, it's not easy, and we are just two of us in the house with my boy, 1 year boy. Right now he's even almost waking up for another milk before even I go to bed. So I just have to appreciate you, darling, for joining. At least you've given me a big support, very big support. And to anybody who is watching, today I didn't know I will make it. My eyes was sore. My eyes was giving me problem. Thank you, darling. Thank you, sweet. It's good, but I will try even tomorrow to start my live in daytime. I will try to find even 1 hour daytime. Even if I don't go at night like this, I suffer my eyes. My eyes today, my eyes has tortured me, like seriously. I'm straining. I'm straining to be on screen for sure. That's why sometimes I keep away from phone. If I don't stay away from phone, I will suffer more. Anyway, I love you, JVC. I have to go. I have to end my live. Can I say good night or good morning? Good night, is it? And see you in another live. We meet in another place and everywhere. Thanks for having me here and giving me your time. Thank you, darling. Let me just go. You are ready to support, but I have to. I'm just straining. My eyes can't see anymore. They're going blind. They're sore. They're. Good night, darling. Night night. Bye. Bye. Mwah.